thing that you had to get past, like.
Magnetize you?
I think it enlarges your penis.
Oh, okay.
And your labia.
Wow.
Like, oh, that's happening to women.
I don't know if
You might
that's-
get a bigger nipple
Out of
next year
curiosity-
from like the
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
booster.
I'd have to ask a lady if that was, they were positive about that. Like, do they want enlarged libias? Like,
I just thought it made
You
your
don't want an
Kegel that
enlarged-
much stronger.
could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you my foreskin got thicker.
Oh, interesting.
Wow,
That's after the booster.
It is already thick foreskin too,
Wow.
man.
Oh, dude, I couldn't walk in the wind wearing just wearing gym shorts.
Like Kevlar, right?
Just squirrel suited.
Yeah, just fighting it. That's how I work out though.
Do you find yourself going through more underwear? Just like holes in the dick?
No, I have a
Just more wear and
dick
tear.
pocket.
Oh, okay.
I buy those. Yeah, I don't put my balls in.
You can buy a dick pocket.
Interesting.
Or a tip.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Do you have
It's
a
mostly my
tailor?
dick.
Okay.
I get off Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Oh, I thought you could have dick tailor for sure.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
I
have a
cannot
tailor.
afford a dick tailor.
Well,
Generic fruit of the loom.
I got a guy.
You got a guy? You got a dick guy?
Yeah, I got a dick tailor guy.
Oh, alright.
Richard
I'll take
Taylor,
the card.
right?
Yeah.
That's his name.
No, it's not, actually. His name's... Shit.
Yeah.
His name is Sebastian Escobar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third. It's like...
Oh, wait, Seabass?
Seabass!
Oh, okay. I got you. I know Seabass.
Yeah, he kicks so much ass.
He does. He does. Also, I recommend the soup of the day.
While you're waiting,
Oh, man.
does a great potato onion. Yeah.
Excuse me, Flo. That's it, that's the joke.
Mhm.
That's it. Oh, motherfucker. All right. Shall we get our tits out?
Oh, they're already out.
They're already out. All right. Oh, did I turn the heater on?
Gotta make it perky.
Would appear to be on.
It sounds on.
Yeah, okay. Which one are we doing second, so I'm ready?
I don't know.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm thinking he's gonna finish with the Helm of Awe. But I'm not sure.
God bless you.
Kabuki.
Oh man. Oh dude, I gotta talk to you about Ghost of Tsushima after this.
Yeah?
How far are you? Did you beat it?
No, I just finished Act 2, got into Act 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't go to Iki Island now?
No, it was just like, the thing that was really cool about it was that, it's like, you're about to embark on a really long quest, so you can get into this now or you can wait. Which I appreciated, because I was playing it last night, and I was like, my controller's about to die, I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's and it is a long quest too, dude. It's and you can't go back until it's done. You have to see through Iki Island. But then once you're done with the main quest, there's still more to do on the island. You can jump back and forth. Like, I wasn't gonna go to Iki Island, but I really wanted the armor.
Dude, I got like 2.5 like new armors and some pretty dope stuff with just that quest alone. It was like a 90-minute quest.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Some of them are massive. They're fun though. Like,
It was.
Okay. See, I'm not through Act 2. I've got not too much more. Well, I say that now, but that game is it's beautiful, but motherfucker, it's long.
I'll check you bet.
It's that's the thing with these open world games. That's like almost my biggest complaint. I wonder, Act 3 it's got to be a much shorter act. I feel.
Seems like it.
But that's also the thing. Like going through Iki Island, like I'm almost maxed out.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
So I feel like it's definitely getting easier to get through some of these guys.
Max my sword out. It's just like cut through butter.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. We're going. We're gonna be talking about a movie. What movie? Stick around to find out. You don't have to worry about spoilers. It's a 21-year-old movie. This movie's old enough to legally drink. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Will you pull up the IMDb page for it?
Oh, you mean this one? Right here?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Do you want me to go scroll down?
No, I just want to make sure we had it.
Yep.
And we were ready to go.
Yep.
Because I didn't write down or print out notes for this.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
All has the notes.
All does.
I've been sleeping all day.
There were a couple.
I'll talk about it.
There were a couple quotes in there that I wrote down that I was like, I wonder if everybody caught that. I'm sure you guys did, but I just thought were hilarious.
We'll see.
So
Get that. Yeah,
that's all I did.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna go live in 3, 2.
Hey, everybody out there in podcast land. Welcome back to another Brewnomics podcast. I feel like that's podcast too many times in a row.
Did you just start saying the word so many times that now it sounds funny to you?
Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Jerry.
I'm William.
I'm Nick.
Paula.
And today we're going to be talking about a gem of a movie. It's just a wonderful 2000 MTV original, made-for-TV movie called Together.
So let's talk about it together.
You can see how long and awkward it can be quiet. Yeah, man. Fucking Together. Why are we talking about this movie, Paula?
Well, okay, so funny enough, about 2-3 weeks ago, I'm hanging out with Jerry at his house, and then he just randomly put on this movie. And so I stayed for a good hour and a half, and just got drunker with him. I was gonna go home, and I was like, "Oh, you watching this now? Well, fuck."
Yeah, it was like...
Like you do.
And I'm just going to kind of put it on in the background, I guess, I thought. And just have a chat. And we just, like, stopped talking and doing whatever and just, you know...
It's one of those movies.
Paid attention to the movie. Really hadn't even been... I mean, it had been a few years since I'd seen it before then. But not terribly long. But, man, I got a rush of nostalgia back, and I feel like I'm always catching something else every time I watch this movie. Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit more. So it's going to be full spoiler, but I think you're fine. Really, you don't got to worry about it. Again, very old movie. Or if you're bored and you want to watch the movie first, if you haven't seen it, you're like, let's see what these guys are talking about. I encourage you to do so. The movie is free on YouTube. Just type in, I don't know, Together full movie.
Yeah.
With the number 2.
With the number 2, correct. Numeric 2.
Together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And while you watch that movie, we're going to drink our first beer. And then we'll start talking about it.
Oh, look at that. Time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, our first beer is hopefully going to be a good one. It is a collaboration beer from, looks like, Von Ebert Brewing and Breakside Brewing, both out of Oregon. It's called Islands in the Stream. It's a saison. Say yes, son.
You talking about say it, son?
Yeah, say son. Can conditioned, which means it's meant to be conditioned in the can.
Not pulling any punches there, are they? Yeah.
Ew. What does that mean? 'Cause I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I believe, and I could be wrong, but it's pretty much the yeast activates with the sugar and mixes, and like it ferments in the can.
Oh, science.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong.
I mean, I feel like you're close.
Close enough. So on the can, it says, a can conditioned celebratory saison to commemorate 10 years of nuptial collaboration, layered with Middlefruit, Azaka, Nectaron, and Sultana to evoke a tropical escape for the busy world we live in. So sail away with us to another world and celebrate. Alright, that's what I got.
There's really nothing on Untapped other than, yeah, it's Von Ebert Brewing with a collaboration with Breakside.
5.4%. I don't know if I said that.
Okay. Only like 62 IBUs, so this, I would guess it's a pretty new beer. And I'm going to just withhold the rating until we're all done. We'll see how close we get. But it looks tasty. It looks really light and bright, kind of cloudy. You can't really see through it, but yeah. No bit of lace or head on it. What do you guys get off the smell?
It is fruity. I get, kind of that classic weedy banana simple smell, but then I do get the tropical aspects they're going with in kind of these hops. So, very good smell here.
Yeah, very floral. It's nice.
This episode brought to you by police.
Yeah, hopefully they can't hear the sirens.
This is good. I like this a lot. It's very tropical.
Yeah, tropical saison's interesting.
Yeah. Because it's not sour.
No.
No.
No, not sour, not tart, no fart. But it, very fruity, which is interesting. I almost kind of question if it's technically a saison. Like if you were to enter this into a beer judging contest, they'd be like, I don't know about that. We're gonna have to find a different category for you.
Yeah.
Still a very good beer though.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the description here. It says fruit stripe gum, effervescent noble hop finish.
Yeah.
Which is, I kind of get the fruit stripe gum. And
A little bit, yeah.
In the element like that, it's like it just goes away very quickly. It doesn't hang around and just. It's there
perfect.
and it's gone. And you're like, oh, okay.
That's perfect.
Is that cloying thing that people are talking about? It doesn't cloy?
It does not cloy.
I don't know what that means though. That's the hard one.
Definitely not a lingerer.
Just a fault. I dig it. Yeah.
Paul?
It's tasty. I like the way it hits the tongue. I like the way it washes on my palate. And when you breathe out, it gives you a little bit of a sharp. I'm snapping my fingers because I don't know what I'm trying to say, but kind of a bite when you breathe out a little bit.
I get like
Turns you into a beatnik.
yeah.
Well, like
Let's go slam some poetry.
I like the
I only do death poetry.
I like the
Turtle
poetry
neck.
slam me. I like it's a peppery sort of sensation,
There you
right?
go.
Because it bites you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the initial impression I get. That's not the right flavor, but it's the right feeling, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, like
Sure.
that snap that you have. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Sure, there's a word for it.
I don't know.
We need somebody that went to
School.
beer school,
Yeah.
beer tasty school.
I need a dictionologist.
No.
Dictologist, if you will.
If you will, indeed.
I think I dated one of those
It's probably very talented.
Very talented dude.
ones. He was very talented. I would give this beer a 3.75. I quite enjoy it.
Okey-doke. I'm gonna give it a 4. It's good.
Sweet deal. I'm gonna go 4 as well. I enjoy it quite thoroughly.
4.0. I love the way it just switches in my mouth. And it's a little bit tingly.
Fluffy? No, actually, I don't know. Fluffy is the right word for it. Definitely carbonated. I think it's maybe part of that can condition, kind of it popping off in there. But it's fun. It's fun in your mouth.
It is. It's a small party.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as ruckus as like Pop Rocks, but
Oh,
it's
no.
it's good.
Yeah, it's like it builds.
It's chill.
Yeah, it builds a connection though. I mean, some things just like lightly roll over your tongue. This one like locks in there. It's like it connects with it, you know. So I dig it.
It sways the hips when you dip. Yeah.
Sure, it dips me. I mean, yeah, it's nice.
Cool. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
When you put that hand on that hip.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Let's get on to the movie.
Oh yeah.
So, do you guys remember
No.
when and where you were the first time you watched this
Oh
movie?
yes, yes.
We'll go ahead.
It was today
Right on.
Look at you.
I assume at your house.
at my house
Solid.
for the first time,
Wow.
and yeah, I got my homework for the show done, and I am impressed, and I'm also so disappointed in myself that I had never heard of or seen this movie before today.
I'm really excited to see your take on it as we get further into this.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
brand
talking
new
to
for you.
a lot of people about this, just friends, texting some people, and I kind of reached out to a lot more that asked about this show and updates. And I have so many of them. I was like, "Do you remember the movie Together?" And nobody.
Zero.
I think I got one, but I think they were lying. I'm not sure I believed them.
Just wouldn't be a part of things.
You're right.
Good.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Mostly because I've been talking about it since, not just when we decided that officially what we were going to do for this episode, but since PK and I watched it.
Right.
I've just been because I've been listening to the shit out of the music too.
Out of
And
the
it's
3 songs that they have.
no, because we dip a little deeper into it. We're not going to go into it in this episode, but they also have a TV show.
Oh.
And a fair amount of songs came out of that too that are
Okay.
also fucking bangers. Bruh. But yeah, Vic, PK, do you guys? I mean, I was in. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm alcoholic. I'm talking.
Sounds like you want to say something.
No, I have nothing to say. I was just. It was 2000, so I was 13. Yeah, lived in Flagstaff, Arizona. Watched it. It was when my leg was hurt. And I know I've told you guys this story. I fucked my leg up really bad when I was in the 7th grade, and I couldn't walk for like 10 weeks. So I watched a whole lot of VH1 and MTV. Partly why I'm so good with music trivia that era and former. But yeah, this was a movie that came on, and I loved it. And they also would do tons of reruns and matinees. I had nothing better to do, so I fucking watched this shit so many times.
I bet.
Nice.
So nothing, fun, exciting story. It was just limited channels at the time, and I liked what I liked, and this was definitely it.
I'm totally trying to remember what was going on. I know I was at home, like I was 13, 14 as well. Like it just popped on MTV, and I was like, "The fuck is this?" And then it mesmerized me. Like, I remember just, like, I couldn't not watch it. And then I just, like, thought it was the greatest thing in the world. And then I didn't see it for many years. And I was like, oh, I guess it's just gone. And then it's kind of slowly kind of recirculated with me, like, every few years. And I found you guys and fucking loved it too. So,
well, if you know anything about me, Will loves Dave Matthews. I love boy bands. It's just one of those things. Like 90s to late 2000s boy bands, I am in it. But then nowadays I'm more into K-pop, which is still boy bands. So if you can say anything, I'm a boy band connoisseur.
You know, and I'm curious because when I was looking for this and this show, apparently like 2019 or something, there's a Korean together.
You know, okay, so there's a Thai TV show.
It's Thai,
together,
not Korean. Did I just do a racism?
No, you're fine. I mean, K-pop's so popular. Right
That's
now,
what
so
I assumed. I assumed it was a K-pop show.
Well, there's also a music base as well with it.
Okay.
Because when you brought it last time, I had to look it up. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Because a lot of Asian culture, they tie in numbers and fucking words for some reason.
Is it at all related to this, or just
no, not at all. Not at all. No.
Well, and I was wondering if it maybe wasn't related, but it was like a gritty reboot, like Riverdale is of Archer.
No.
This is just a gritty Thai.
No, this is like a drama.
Much more dramatic. Okay. Because I found that interesting. I was like, huh. Who knows? Maybe somebody fucking somehow got a hold of it, however many years later, on the other side of the world.
They are.
Like,
they are.
I'm gonna redo this over here because I could.
Trying to.
I could see somebody taking a piss out of K-pop, doing it the same way. It makes perfect sense, right? Because K-pop is such a manufactured music, and so were boy bands at the time, and that's what this was all about. Which I always found interesting because I was not into boy bands, never was. I was, you know, listening to fucking, instead of NSYNC, I was like, I'm gonna listen to Korn or some just super angsty and cool. Like
Love
that.
Korn.
Yeah, still do. So when it was weird when this movie came out because I remember enjoying it because it just takes the piss out of boy bands, but at the same time I was like, this music's actually pretty good.
Oh, it's a it's a complete satire on that genre, that music at that time. And I don't know if you guys know, but O-Town was created by a TV show.
Really?
Yeah, so they're basically mocking O-Town.
Okay.
Together.
I remember that now.
Making the Band was the first Making the Band. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that
that's
show.
when Donnie Clang came out at the time, but
When
he
P.
only had
Diddy
a
came
solo.
out, yeah.
Okay.
Because then P. Diddy took the show like season 4 or 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really watch Making the Band because that's when Rock and Roll Jeopardy was on.
Okay.
So I picked that over.
Sure, makes sense.
I love for rock and roll and trivia. Blended together.
There you go.
You guys remember that show?
No.
Yeah. They had a rock and roll version of Jeopardy.
I think you chose
I was
poorly
Making the Band
versus Making the Band. It
Oh,
sounds
I
like.
disagree.
Okay.
There's a
I
reason
don't
I
know.
know as much as I do about it.
I heard they fucking blew. Well, that was on the O-Town
There's
website.
O-Town's website.
That's so good.
Okay, so I guess now let's actually talk about the movie. Paula, you've seen, I don't know if you've seen the movie, who's seen the movie most between all of us, but I'm going to pick you for the synopsis.
That's fine.
So give us a synopsis for our Synop sisters and Synopsis brothers.
Okay, I'll try to do well for the family then.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a main boy band. Let's call them like the Backstreet Boys. They're named Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. They have a song called Rub One Out.
I'm gonna rub one out, baby,
don't be shy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rub one out as I grab my crotch. And then rub one out. Do you wanna watch? So that boy band has essentially Lou Pearlman, which is like the boy band genius creator. You know, NSYNC Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kick him out because he's too traditional when it comes to making boy bands.
Yeah, because you've got to have the very important elements. I'm just going to jump into the synopsis real quick.
Archetypes.
That will all get your 5 boy
Archetypes,
band
yeah.
archetypes, which is your heartthrob,
Yep.
your bad boy,
Yep.
your shy one,
Yep.
your cute one,
Uh-huh.
your big brother type.
Straight up.
Mhm.
As you were.
And that's every boy band.
Yeah,
Every
especially
boy
of the
band.
time.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh,
Except
yeah.
for maybe, was it 98 Degrees only had 3?
They had 4.
4. Oh, still.
They had 4.
It's crazy.
And they
It
were
was
the,
LFO.
they were 3.
They were 3. That's what I was thinking of.
And then Figure of 3 was 2.
Ah.
Nilly was 2.
Yeah.
Well, they don't count.
They lip synced.
They lips. They
And
fucking.
they danced.
And
then they got their Grammy.
They could dance, and they did get a Grammy,
Did
but
they get
I'm
it back?
pretty sure it got redacted. They're like, no, you can have that one.
We just discovered auto-tune. We're taking that Grammy.
Here, go ahead and leave that back. Thank you.
But yeah, so they essentially kick out Lou Pearlman. I forget the main manager's name.
Bob Bus.
Bob
Bob
Bus.
Bus.
They kick him out. They kick him out. So he thinks to himself he's gonna find the next great Ricky Martin solo singer.
There's only one.
He finds the heartthrob. He finds Jerry, our heartthrob,
Obviously.
Jerry O'Keefe.
Jerry O'Keefe. And that was one thing, because, Jess was with us when we were watching the movie, and Bob Bus is pushing him so hard. And he's like, no, it's Jerry. All we need is Jerry. And I just kept turning to him, and I was like, remember that. Like, no, it'll be okay as long as we have Jerry. I fucking heard that.
And he takes him to an agent friend, and he says he'll get him a gig if he's able to get him a boy band, because they're so hot right now.
They're so hot.
Nobody wants a solo act.
Nobody wants a solo act.
There's only one Ricky Martin.
There's only one.
It's upside inside out.
There you
You
go.
can't.
He was from Boy.
Neil
he was from
Diamond.
Boy
I
Band.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, there's-
Oh, yeah, he was from Menudo, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they were interchangeable.
Yep.
They changed generations. Menudo.
Menudo. Yeah. Yeah.
In which case, Bob Bus goes about finding his boy band. They find, I think it was Mickey Park. Secondly,
Yeah, the bad boy.
The bad.
No, they found the shy one the second.
Chad and,
Oh,
and
okay.
the
yeah, that's
brothers
right, that's
at,
right.
Like the
Chad Linus and his,
what kind of show was it?
It was like
Mr. America situation? Pageant?
kind of,
It
yeah,
was a
it was a
pageant.
pageant.
Yeah,
It was a
because
men's pageant.
because this would have been filmed in like '99, maybe early 2000. Came out, I don't remember when in 2000. So
It came out in 2001.
it's very millennium. Was it 2001? No, it was 2000 because it was when I was in Flagstaff, and that
Oh no,
was
that's what Google said when I looked it up.
Google's wrong.
Yeah, that's
IMDb has it up as 2000.
Look at that. Google is now.
I was like, I very
Right.
specifically remember where and when that was.
Look at that.
Uh,
Jerry's more invested than we are.
God, now I totally
Sorry.
threw off what we were talking about.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back. Oh yeah, it was all. There was this weird love for pageants. That whole culture of performance, especially with young people at that time. And I'm so glad that's finally starting to die. But yeah, so you have this. He's shy, but he's fucking adorable. With the voice of an angel. So they find their shy guy, and his brother's with him, who is Kevin Farley.
Late Chris Farley's bro.
Late Chris Farley's bro, who, and I don't mean this to sound disrespectful, is only famous because Chris Farley is his brother. And they're like, we need a Chris Farley type. We've got a Kevin Farley.
We've got a Kevin.
Who the fuck is that? His brother. Oh. Is he also fat? Kinda.
To quote Bob Bus, can he sing?
Can he sing?
Yeah.
Because that was the amazing
Good
thing
enough.
about that,
Yeah.
right? All these kids could actually sing.
Right, yeah.
All these kids could sing. And then, so then they get their shy guy in there, older brother type.
Called it a 2-for-1 deal.
The 2-for-1 deal. And then you get to Mickey Park. I mean, he's at a skate park, isn't he?
Yeah,
At a food truck because he didn't get whatever.
because they're looking for the bad boy, and obviously bad boys hang out at skate parks.
And he was going to beat up the person, the food truck, for not giving him like his ice cream cone or something.
Something like
Yeah.
that. They're out of ketchup packets, or who knows.
But he's a bad boy, so he just causes a ruckus.
So can I interject one thing? Because this was an awesome quote that you guys may have missed. It went by in a flash, but they interview a total random stranger kid, and he basically says, when I grow up, I'm going to be the baddest skateboard champion ever. And he says, and if that doesn't work out, I'm going to be a youth pastor.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, that's gold. And then I was like, but it went by so quick, you didn't even have time to laugh at it.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Oh, it was
I missed
awesome.
that. That's awesome.
I totally missed it. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's great. Anyways,
That's funny.
continue with your synopsis and
Oh, shit.
synopro.
Oh yeah, so you find Mickey Park, and he doesn't agree to be a part of it. He's a bad boy.
He's
a
a
gangster.
rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Can't tie down Mickey Park.
he tries to go over the top with Jerry O'Keefe,
Mm,
and if he loses, he would have to join the boy band.
right.
Obviously, he loses because he's not a strong man.
No.
He's
And
just all talk.
In case you guys don't understand what Paula means by over the top is they arm wrestle for it.
They arm wrestled.
Yeah.
And if you're also unsure, go back and watch
Check out that episode.
over the top old school review.
Cool.
So Mickey Park's in the band because all you need is Jerry.
All you need
You
is
gotta
Jerry.
rely on Jerry. He'll bring it all together.
And then they're at some place getting dinner, and they hear QT karaokeing. Like some old American song.
It's a really weird song. He was karaoke.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Yeah, like
Didn't
for
make sense.
all those people that karaoke "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah" at your local pizza shop.
Yeah, at your local pizza shop.
Right.
Yeah, all his fucking teeny boppers on that.
In North Carolina, too.
Yeah.
That's where they were.
Right. I mean, granted, this is a time when like pizza places were still hot. You know, they were popping. Not quite as hard as they were a few years before, but you know, you used to go to like Pizza Hut. You knew you were gonna have a good time. Get your salad, get your pizza. They got arcades. They got these cool red textured cups. Your Coca-Cola tastes extra good in it. Like
That perfect like pellet ice. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't remember karaoke.
Right.
But yeah, interesting song choice. But tell us about QT.
I don't know, he sang it very sexily.
Oh, he uses.
He had his groupies.
Yeah.
But QT, he's 16. Real name is Michael Coccione.
Coccione, yeah.
And he was literally dying from...
He has a chronic liver disease.
Yeah.
It's 2A Hodgkin's disease.
2A Hodgkin's.
Cancer, essentially.
Yeah, a chronic liver cancer disease, just at a young age. And let's talk about these jokes for a second.
The way he just always just ragged, or he didn't rag on himself, but he always chose the opportunity to make light of his illness.
And my understanding is it was his doing.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the jokes, he wanted it in there, and so this kid knew he was gonna die and just coped hilariously. I mean, for him to be able to just be in this movie and have a cool life up to 16, good for you, kid.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it sucks you were taken away so soon. It's really impressive you did what you did with your limited time.
Totes.
But these jokes killed me, dude. Like, when they're sitting there interviewing him, when they're starting to get a little bit more famous, QT, how much longer do you have left to live? Like, I started to watch the series, and we won't get into that or anything, but one of the jokes is, it's I think the first or second episode, he's hanging out with Mickey Park. Or trying to, and Mickey Park goes, "Bro, I thought you were dying. Why are you still here?" Like, they tell me you dying or whatever, and I was just like, "Fuck!"
Cutting indeed.
I had so much respect for this kid, and I get his limited time here, what he did, his sense of humor, man.
Good stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember some of the other jokes, but
He was 14 when they filmed it, and then he, in real life, died at 16.
16, yeah.
He's a good human.
Yeah, but again, man.
Okay, so we've got our boy band, we've got our tour date. Now,
They go through like boy band boot camp.
Okay.
Yeah, they learn how to dance together, and they get their songs. Their first song is "Say It, Don't Spray It."
I want the news.
Not the weather.
Dude, the boot camp, boy band boot camp cracked me up, especially when they're just doing the interviews, right? Like you're talking to whatever teen magazine. Your favorite color can't be blue. Jerry's favorite color is blue. But my favorite color really is blue. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So, like, the media training, and just the way that, like, Bob Busk connected a stupid thing as their favorite colors connecting with your audience. I fucking sold me right there. I was like, he's absolutely right.
He
like,
is
100%.
though, right? He
Still
knows
to
what
this
he's
day.
doing.
She's like, your favorite color is blue. Her favorite color is green. No, it's like, if that's not your color, then oh no, I must not mean anything. I'm like, that's exactly how people think.
Especially teenagers, right? Especially teenage girls.
The mind of a teenage girl.
maybe I should change it to green.
If they don't like the same color you do, life is over.
They hate
man.
you. They
It's
won't
over.
work it, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Cannot have the same color.
No.
Fine. Mine is Robin's egg blue. Bitch, back off! Mine's Robin's
Yeah,
egg
there
blue.
you go, there you go.
Right? That's
I love that.
I love
Dude,
it so
especially
much.
Mickey Park getting so defensive over his
Oh,
color.
you're right.
Which
I
is,
was
again,
yeah, Robin's egg blue.
He's the most gangster person there is.
Love it so much, man. Yeah.
Oh man. And so then we have kind of what would you say, like a falling out ish?
No, they had their first like practice performance,
Okay.
you know, like not their debut,
Mm.
and it just goes haywire.
Yeah.
Fucking QT like passes out.
Dude, and I cried laughing because QT's sitting there and he's, you know, doing the whole thing, say it, don't spray it, kind of leading the charge on this one, because the kid had a voice of an angel. Oh my gosh, that was the thing that I loved about this. I can't remember if I said this earlier or not, but I know I thought it was they all could sing, like legitimately sing. That was part of the requirement for this. And this kid, man, he had some pipes, but he's sitting there singing and dancing his beautiful little heart out.
Remember they had sumo costumes on.
Sumo costumes.
They came out.
They came out in
right,
sumo costumes.
and they pulled at him except for the shy kid that couldn't get out of it.
Chad was still on his best.
Chad, poor Chad has a terrible panic attack. But anyways, QT's little ass just faints. And all these teenage girls just grab him and start surfing him. Like, he's mine now! No concern for his health whatsoever. This poor little dude's passed. Just fucking grab.
Crowd surfing face down.
Face down, just grabbing his little teenage wiener. Mother.
Oh my god.
Fucker.
It's one of the best scenes.
So, yeah.
QT passes out. He's in the crowd. Fucking Chad's like in the corner somewhere crying because he can't face it.
Right.
Mickey Park gets punched by some kid because he tried to start a fight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jerry leaves because he's jealous of QT.
Oh yeah,
and
because
then
he got sidelined by
Doug is just trying to hold the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Doug being the big brother, man. Look at that, holding it together.
Which, and I will say, I know I kind of shit on Kevin earlier, and I'm sorry, Kevin. I know you listen to this podcast. He went for it. Man, like he committed thoroughly, and I actually thought he was really charming and good in this. As cheesy as it was.
You have to commit, man.
Not to disrespect Kevin Farr. I don't know the dude. Maybe he's a bitch. I don't know. Maybe not. But either way, it's not my place. Sorry, Kevin. Oh, we're cool.
Oh, well, what's going on?
I think before we spoil the end of it, let's drink our next beer.
I was thirsty, man.
Yeah.
I needed a sip. It's just so fun to talk about what happened with this. I don't think we've had this beer on this show before.
I don't think we have either. This one came to us from Robert, actually, my neighbor.
You've heard us talk about Robert before.
Thank you, Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bobby.
So this is from Crux Fermentation Project, or do you think it's Cru?
I think it's Crux.
I like to believe they're French. True. I don't know.
Split table. I'm with Vic on this one. This is the Party of Clowns. AZ. Oh, Jesus. IPA.
Okay.
It is a limited release India Pale Ale. Welcome to the show. We invite you to enjoy this IPA fresh from the big top featuring Citra Cascade and a hop so new it doesn't even have a name yet. Sporting a giant citrusy nose and packed tighter than a clown car with hoppy goodness, this ridiculously juicy IPA is a party worth the price of admission.
Well done, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good read.
Coming in at 6.9%.
Ooh, do you think that was on purpose?
I hope so.
It's good positioning.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I'm fine.
Nice.
Either intentional or accidental boner.
Well,
From a clown? Is that your thing?
No.
Okay, just double checking.
you could go for your boner on those ones.
And you can tell I poured mine last. It is sedimenty.
Yeah, very thick in your glass, sir.
Thick. And
Mine feels light. Oh, I guess never mind. I see it now.
I was listening to this podcast, and it was actors interviewing an actress, and they were talking about how awkward it is to do a sex scene. And one of them recalled, he was like, I can't remember the actor's name, but he told me every time before he had a sex scene, he would say to the woman, I want to apologize in advance if I get an erection, and I want to apologize in advance in case I don't get an erection.
Nothing more awkward you could say than that. But at the same time, he's right to apologize on both accounts.
It is, right? Exactly. And I just keep thinking about that. It made me laugh so hard.
He
and I
covered
don't know.
both ways.
Right.
Amazing.
You know, you have to think that comes from experience.
Oh yeah, he's
100%.
been through both sides of that.
Can you imagine apologizing and then it not happening, and then you're like, well, that wasn't a problem.
I mastered my penis today.
Trying to do that for fucking 30
Oh, man, that's good. Okay.
Okay, so back to the party of class.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
right in the middle of that.
Forgot we were drinking beer again. Okay.
Do you got anything on Untapped for us? Did we talk about that? I don't know, we're all over the place.
Everything that is on Untapped, you've already
Pretty
said.
much addressed. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think?
It's fluffy. It's citrusy, and it's as you put it.
So this was canned on 9/15/2021, and I think that was too long ago.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe
Maybe
we're
separate a
drinking
little
it.
bit.
Mine's not good.
Not good.
I'm gonna.
You're hiccuping a lot.
It is. I am. It is. I is. I kind of feel like refraining from rating this beer because I don't feel like it's doing it
We're
justice.
doing it justice.
And I've given it a fair one. I mean, this is a 5-month-old hazy IPA.
We've done that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not supposed to look like that. Probably.
We have another one.
I would be curious to see what a fresh pour does look like and smell like. I am unsure on this one as well. It's light and fluffy, but I feel like it should be. I don't know. It's hard to articulate.
Because mine just tastes gritty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair enough.
okay. Yeah, you should definitely not be rating this beer.
So, out of respects for Crux, because I've had them and I like them,
Yeah.
I shall.
We're good friends.
Yeah,
They usually make good beer.
Oh yeah.
From what we've had.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
We may have just waited too long on this one. That's okay.
Whoops, missed it.
Our bad.
And I don't know, the way it smells to me, I couldn't quite pin it until Jerry said, like, it's kind of like an old beer for us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it just got pushed to the back of the fridge, which kind of happens.
You know, it happens with IPA just because we have so many. I mean, last episode we did a whole episode just on IPA because
We gotta get rid of some of these motherfuckers.
we want to go through it, and we only can feature, you know, you figure how many shows a year and 4 beers. It's limited. It's limited. So
If you guys want to keep going on this, I'm good. If not, I just would like to apologize to Crux and say we should have drank this sooner, and we'll do you better later.
If they were so inclined to send us a fresh one, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Agreed.
That'd be
Okay.
good. Give us a thought.
I know they're listening.
Let's
I
let's,
get a lot of complaints from these fuckers.
let's withhold our judgment for now.
Cool.
agreed.
That's
Yeah.
weird my first time, but I feel like that's the right thing to do in
Yeah.
this case. It just wouldn't be fair
Agreed.
to them or to us.
Right.
All right, so finish the movie, Paul.
So after the debacle of the shit show they had, Jerry left. Jerry went back home. He went back to his plain basic girlfriend who works at fucking Blockbuster or whatever it is.
God, she's such a bitch.
Oh, I got that. It's Video Station.
Video
Oh.
station. Okay.
And they had the best hats, by the way.
They
The best hats.
Well, the uniforms are like fast food uniforms.
Oh, it looked like a Domino's uniform with a VHS tape sticking out of the hat.
Yeah.
Like halfway.
Oh, man, like how does that even hold on their head? Just not like fall
I
off.
don't know.
Right,
The
it's
prop
gotta be
department
like
did a solid on that one.
it's bobby pinned into her head.
I mean, it looks like, yeah, like somebody like threw a VHS tape and it stuck halfway into her skull. So
Right. I'm so glad because nothing against this actress or girl whatsoever. I'm sure she's lovely, but that whole style, those like high-rise faded jeans, those weirdly fitting white shirts, and those manic pixie haircuts, I hated it then. And then looking back, I just hate it now. And I've seen in some ways it's starting to come back.
I dated it back then.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you had no choice. If you were dating back then, it was almost like what was going to happen. But God, that manic pixie style was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it was everywhere too, man. It just reminded me that it was fucking everywhere.
Yeah. And the only thing I think that even, it didn't curb it, it just changed it slightly. It was like just Abercrombie.
It was the precursor.
Yeah.
Really.
And the boys didn't know what to do. I mean, the other four were still together, but Jerry left. He was the leader of the group.
You gotta have Jerry.
You need Jerry.
Exactly.
And so Bob Bus was sort of like, we're done. But they still go to the
climactic event.
Yeah,
right?
where Woe is going to be at to open for them.
Still got a job to do.
Because Bob Bus poured out his heart and soul in a, what are they called? An answering machine?
Oh yeah.
Oh, voicemail?
No, because it was
No, he's right.
it was an answering machine.
Answering machine.
right?
Answering machine. You're right. You're
Back
right.
in the day, to Jerry, he was like, "I'm sorry, bro. I kind of fucked up. I thought we were boys. We're still boys if you want to be boys."
Well, and that's one thing that I'll say about this character, Bob Bus, right? Like, he's kind of a old crotchety motherfucker and a little aggressive in some ways. Like, the amount of times he was grabbing people by the back of the arm and, like, walking with them and, like, making them go toward, like, if you grab me by the back of the arm and, like, try and get me to walk with you, you're going to eat my elbow. That's just, it's a weird thing without, like,
no, he's definitely a little rapey.
Yeah, and I think there was a lot of, but again, it was a different time, and I don't think it meant to come across that way.
I think it's a point of persuasion. For
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'm glad they recognize, like, you can't just touch people
Right.
like that. But either way, you can't deny that this guy, like, busted his ass off. He was a hustling motherfucker.
Yep.
He worked hard, and then, what Paula just said, really put his heart into this. Like, he reluctantly cared about these guys quite a bit.
Right.
I'm sad they didn't put him into the TV show. I wonder why.
Right. Well, they went corporate.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's right.
Mm.
Got
That's
signed.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bob Bus, he left that I'm gonna say a voicemail. I'm trying to remember what else to call it. And
That's exactly what it is.
on the answering machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on the cell phone. And they get there and I don't know, like you think they're not gonna do it, but then Jerry shows up, being the leader again as Jerry does, and they fucking came back together. And Woe was playing.
Yeah.
And they had found out that they were lip sync.
They're a little Milli
Jerry's,
Vanilli.
Jerry's girlfriend had
She knew one of the guys.
sexy
right?
swayed. No, she was just like using her sex appeal to be like, hey, what's up? What's this button do?
Yeah, with the sound.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And they found it. That's right. I
And
just
then
watched
they
this
got
movie.
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
They got Milli Vanilli.
In which case, Together came up and they sang Say It, Don't Spray It. And then they sang You Plus Me Equals Us.
Calculus.
And that fucking blew the fuck up.
Mm.
And that's when they became really together.
Hey, that's the name.
They came together.
You just did the thing. You said the thing and the thing.
You said the title of the movie?
Right? Yeah, and they win, right? Ultimately. They stuck it through, and it's like, it's just so fun, dude. And the Say It Don't Spray It song's not bad. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Calculus, however.
Gold. All fucking day. Yeah.
There were like 5 remixes in that version of that song on that stage, by the way. Like 5 different times I heard like the way that the music changed.
Oh yeah, it goes through it. It takes you on a ride. It's weird to me how there are like a few songs that just strangely, absurdly, like, are kind of the glue that bind Paula, Vic, and I are friends and have for a long time. And the fact to me that it's like Calculus and fucking Anchorman, Afternoon Delight.
Yeah.
God, I've been drinking. It's so silly. And it's so wonderful.
Good songs.
They're very good songs.
Well, it's beautiful because it's like a trifecta of comedy, sincerity, and just like harmony coming together, man. And it's everything. That's great.
And you can't make it work with just one person.
You can't.
You cannot.
No.
You cannot.
But yeah, it's a really fun movie. Like, it's a really hard movie to do too, right? Where you're trying to intentionally take the piss out of something, to do it as a parody, but to still do it sincerely and to still do it well, and to make it a little cheesy, but not processed cheese sort of thing. It's gotta be handcrafted cheese.
But it's squeaky cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
It's
So good.
It's really good. It's really good. It's something that if you grew up around that time, it will be very nostalgic for you.
Yeah.
TRL, Carson Daly, that sort of
It's
thing.
definitely made for millennials.
Yeah.
For sure.
But overall, it's just the sincerity of the movie and the characters and the actors. It definitely portrays it and it shows.
Mm-hmm. And isn't it funny going back and seeing like Total Request Live and Carson and
Dude,
Norm? What was the other guy's name? Norm.
The
Whatever.
MTV newscaster.
Yeah.
You got me.
John Norris?
There you go,
John Norris.
Thank you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, I totally forgot about that video package at the front of it with all the fucking TRL stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this puts me right back into being a fucking prepubescent teenager. Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually terrible, but it's a good time.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. All right, let's drink another beer. So we did. Now we're gonna do our I'd Tap That section here. This week it is our friends from Mad Swede Brewing Company. If you have not listened to our episode with them, we do a nice little interview with the owner's son, but he's very involved with the brewery, tap manager, brews himself.
Yeah.
Also a kind of owner, very cool guy, Eric.
Oh yeah, I remember
Owner's
that.
name.
His
Also
dog was
Jerry.
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, his dog was there. He was adorable. But really fun one. I feel like I've had this beer. I've had most of them. I think I've had this.
I'd be surprised if you hadn't. I mean, you used to live right down the road.
True. So yeah, this is a robust oatmeal porter. Got a lot on the can that I don't feel like reading, so one of you guys can.
All right. I mean, is it on the can? Let's
the exact
let's do
same.
Vic's Golden Pipes then.
It's the exact same as
If
what's
it's the
on.
yeah. I don't always need to read everything.
All right, let's see here. The can reads, the Helm of Aa is a mysterious and powerful symbol of Norse mythology, meant to strike fear into the enemies and act as a protective ward. This robust oatmeal porter will fortify you during the long winter months with its smooth, malty, roasty, complex flavor. You too can have the magic of the Helm of Aa.
Awesome read.
All right.
Yeah. 6% ABV, 40 IBUs for whatever that means, and yeah, this is very roasty.
Roasty, toasty, malty, and goldy.
It is good. It is a robust. I like how they say that, but it's also not, because it's not like it's robust in flavor, in profile, but not in feel and the way it sits.
Right.
It's surprisingly light.
Yeah, it's
Really?
not. It's not. It almost has like as big a bowl of flavor as a stout, but it's not heavy like a stout is.
Yeah, and I think that's
Yeah.
maybe why I like porters more than stouts.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Lots of chocolate on here too. Yum.
That is really nice. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Like minimal lacing on it. It's really, yeah, it's just nice, light and tight, but it has a real nice malt backbone on it.
Yeah, and it's still cold as a witch's tit out
Yeah.
right now, so it's a good beer to have. Even if if we're warmer outside, I wouldn't be turned off to drink this beer, which I think is what's nice about it. But with that said, on a frostier evening, extra enjoyable.
Totes.
I think with this particular beer, it's not overpowering. Like you were saying, the light hints of just the chocolate. I'm all about just a tongue and mouthfeel ale, and it's clean. It
Yes.
swallows easy.
Very clean. Yeah,
Very
good
clean.
call. Very clean.
Yeah, it is. It's good, man. It's smooth as shit for a porter too. Like it doesn't have a lot of carbonation.
It's not overly sweet either.
It's not overly sweet. I mean, we're using plastic fucking cups here, and you can see good lacing on this too. This is a well-made, wonderful beer. Enjoy it thoroughly.
I like it.
I'd give it a 4, and I would tap it.
Ooh. I forgot it was this segment.
Oh yeah,
This
we're here
thing.
Oh,
now.
we're doing that.
Okay.
I'll give it a 4.25. I will also tap it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. I'll tap it as well. Super smooth.
Well, this beer has already tapped me and never called me back. I will tap it, though, and give it a 4.0.
Wow, tapped and recommended.
Sometimes you gotta reach out, yeah.
That's great. Go find this beer if you're in Boise or greater area.
If you're around Boise, it's pretty readily available. If you can go to either one of their tap rooms, they have one downtown and one not downtown. You've got Google. You can fucking find them. But check them out. They're cool places.
Yeah, I found the 6-pack at Winco for normal 6-pack price, like $8.99, I think.
Nice. All right. What are your other thoughts on the movie? I know we kind of went through a synopsis. Do you have any other funny lines?
Oh yeah, I got a couple more.
Share some funny lines.
All right, so
and tell us give us the sitch. It's happening.
The first thing that made me laugh was when he gave Jerry the switchblade comb, and he says, "I know your kids are interested in the doodads and Rubik's cubes and things." I was like, "Oh, that's totally rapey." Yeah. It made me chuckle though, and then it finally set the tone, I think, for the movie, for me at least, in terms of like the parody level that it was going for.
And how interesting was it? Because that's when their first meeting, right? And this guy's just like, "Hey, I'm a music producer, maker. Let's go across the country and be successful." And he was like, "Okay, I'll get in your car, stranger. Let's be famous."
Yeah.
You beautiful idiot, Jerry. What are you doing, man? Like, you're gonna get raped and murdered.
Is that what you say to yourself every day?
Usually I leave out the beautiful.
Don't sell yourself short, man. Don't sell yourself short.
I say ruggedly handsome. You were ruggedly handsome,
well, you
idiot.
can't forget the rape.
Don't forget about it.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, what is happening? How is he just going with it?
Well, that was that time though, right?
Yeah.
I could be a star. I could be on TRL.
Yeah.
People will do whatever. If they found somebody who could get them like just to that next step, they're like, "Fuck it, I'll leave everything and I'll do it." I'm just like, wow, what a mentality, right?
The other thing is right before they found was it QT, and they're kind of pulling up to that pizza karaoke place. Bob kind of says to the cameras like, "I need to find my little one, my mascot, my Ewok." I was like, "Oh no!"
I remember
Your
that.
fresh eyes are just. I love it. Thank you.
That's great.
And then there was another thing that was kind of happening a little. It seemed like it was a different story off camera, but when they're going to the spelling bee, right before they take the stage for the first time to practice their routine, a couple things happened. Like some people were getting asked to spell things that were very obviously about them.
Oh yeah!
And one of the words that was given to a girl was bulimic. And she just looked like a skeleton. She doesn't say anything. She just stares and kind of walks and sulks away.
Oh no! This is what happened. She looks at him and like directly and walks off and says, "Very funny," and just walks back to her seat. I fucking.
I was laughing too hard. I missed the rest of it. So.
See, that movie was so witty.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I don't know who wrote it or who the writers were, but it had some good jokes.
Dude, quality writing. Yeah, and the whole movie just done in a documentary style, like all these fourth wall breaks happening left, right, and center. It was great. Good combo, man. Good combo.
The last couple that I have are with Chad.
Chad Linus.
Yeah.
Chad Linus, the shy one.
The shy one. And he's like, "I was trapped in this fat suit and I was still trying to contribute to the group by making as many laser noises as humanly possible."
Because he thought that would help out some reason.
Yeah, he wanted to do like Star Wars. He's like, strong.
Dude, I fucking...
Chad's a moron.
Such a simpleton.
Dude, so good. Rewatching it this week, I just put it together that Chad had so many Star Wars references. Like, it was absurd the amount of Star Wars, like every scene. It was outrageous.
And then the last one where his whole dream was that he wanted a Sea-Doo. He's like, "One day I will buy a Sea-Doo and I will ride it."
Just
and
wants a jet ski.
Jet ski. Yeah. And then he's on. He finally has one at the very like end credits when they're kind of like, "Where are they now?" Kind of like showing him the stuff, and he's doing a commercial, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna put you on this and you just ride it over the waves and the water. It's like, these go on water?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Like, that's
God,
right.
dude.
Because I was like, how much longer is this gonna? And I was like, all right, that's pretty good. All right, I like that. I like
Wow.
that. So those are the next things. But the only other part that I felt, for me anyways, is worth mentioning was all of their costumes that they had during their like 2-day, what was it, the boy band boot camp. Yeah, they were just.
They went through some costume changes, and they were so silly.
My favorite was the hazmat suit where they kept fogging up and they couldn't breathe and they couldn't sing through them. And it was like one guy farted or something in one of them.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's just outright silliness. And dude, I in high school, like, yeah, I dated this girl who was totally into all boy bands, 100%. And so this movie made my day.
It's so good. So,
oh man, thank you.
One of my favorite lines. This is not. It's from one of their songs, which is technically from the TV show, but I'm still gonna count it. So they have a song in the TV show that's about, after a breakup, it's the hardest thing to do about breaking up. Getting back your stuff.
Yeah.
But it was the music video was done in the sense of TRL. Like, they'd be playing the video and then you'd have a little square corner pop up in the bottom of, a fan. I voted for them because of why. I love this band because of this.
Yeah.
This is the whatever. And so it has a little pop up, and there's this, she's got to be 13-year-old little black girl, big hair, braces. This just goes, hey Doug, you plus me equals jail time.
Oh god.
Doug's the big brother type. Okay?
Yeah, Doug's the oldest one there, too.
And I fucking, even thinking about it, I want to cry laughing. It
Oh my.
kills me. It's so fucking funny.
So dark.
Like
So
it's,
dark.
it's a rare relocate moment. Like, I cannot stay in this same position. I've got to change rooms.
The fact that they did that, dude, I remember listening to that too. I was like, oh my fucking god, that was gold.
Oh.
Okay, so you just watched this movie. So what you like? Obviously, it's hard for us to watch this movie now through not rose-colored eyes because we were 13, 14 years old when we watched it.
Yeah.
You're, 24-year-old man now watching it for the first time.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
I'm well over 24 for the record, but Jerry's being nice, so continue. We'll leave that.
What'd you think, though? As a movie, as a whole, as an experience? Did you watch it with your wife, by yourself?
I tried to watch it with her, and she saw like the opening with Carson Daly and like the TRL live and stuff, and just like, and I don't know if it was the frame rate from YouTube or if it was the
It's not great quality.
okay, but she's just like, I can't watch this, and she had to leave because it was like that much of a train wreck for her.
Oh,
Like, like some people like The Office, it's like,
Yeah.
I lived that, and I can't watch it.
That's
that
fair.
Was
That's
totally
fair.
what this was probably for her.
Too
But
uncomfortable. Yeah.
for me, like, I just started enjoying it more and more and more.
You have to embrace it, dude.
Because I was like, dude, they are making fun of all of the things that I wanted to make fun of boy bands back in the day for, and that I hated about it, and I could not understand the whole teeny bopper girl eye goggles that just all of a sudden become drunk for these boys that are up there lip syncing or doing whatever it is they're doing.
One out, man.
Yeah.
Gyrating.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Bringing it back.
Yes. Were you aware of this movie's existence?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I would have
Whoa.
loved this movie.
Whoa.
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 I'm sad that I missed out because I would have shown this to all my friends and I would have made it huge.
Yeah.
I would, and this is the thing, like, because I watched this movie by myself over and over, and I loved it.
Right.
And I don't know. I wish I had some friends to watch it with.
Yeah.
Dude, me
Kind
too.
of like how we watch Anchorman together, and
Yeah.
other, Zoolander and silly comedies that I think, especially with people our age, a few years before, a few years after, really before like streaming was a big thing, that bonding moment of sitting on your couch on the floor or whatever, watching a movie, drinking beer, maybe partaking in other substances if that's what you're about, and just laughing and enjoying and quoting these things together. Like, it's a real bonding moment for our generation, I think. And I think I'm glad. And another thing why I love you guys so much is, like, in people, I moved out of Arizona shortly after this, so it wasn't even like if I had the same friends I could have talked to them about it. Somehow it just whatever. We've been friends for 5-6 years. I don't even know how this movie came up the first time, and all three of us are like, yes. And, like, we didn't have to introduce it. We just immediately were like, this is a stupid ass thing we all love because we're idiots.
Because we're idiots.
But we're our idiots.
That's awesome.
It's definitely like a 6.5 at best movie, but yeah, it's the kind that it definitely, if you were part of that movement, or you have a group of friends you can watch it with, definitely.
Are you able to sing calculus? Well, can you sing calculus? If we started right now, will you join in?
I would join in. Yeah. I'd maybe have to fake a couple of lyrics or fluff it, but hell yeah.
Oh,
I could do that with you. I'd be your fourth member.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Well, and I mean, ultimately, this film has nothing but heart all day, which is
All
why
day.
it wins, dude. It's why it wins.
You know, honestly, I think we could probably play the music and karaoke it and be fine.
I'd karaoke
I mean,
it.
we watched it, like on this episode, not have to worry about it getting
It's not going to get
usually we don't play that card, but on this one, I think we can. I mean, the movie that we watched, it's just some bootleg copy on YouTube that's been on since 2009. And it has like 635,000 views or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think MTV probably is aware of it and just went, gives a shit.
They're not concerned.
You don't
about
fucking
it in
care.
the least.
Like,
Yeah.
because again, you're probably being generous at 6.5. But I love this movie, dude. I thoroughly, genuinely enjoy the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah.
And going back again, and I'm not finished with it yet, but I've been going through the series. I love it. I don't know. I don't think I ever finished it. I don't know if it finished it, if it got canceled or what. I don't really know what the story is. Do you know the story of the series, Paula?
Well, I think I'm down to like 2 more episodes, but it really just kind of teeters.
Well, and especially after
Kind of goes away.
After QT dies.
Yeah.
That had to be hard to continue.
Oh, 100%.
Because I think these guys probably, again, I don't know, I haven't heard this, I've never seen an interview with any of them, but they spent a lot of time together. So my guess is they probably liked each other and this kid.
Yeah.
And then seeing that one, especially the youngest one, go to terrible disease, I'd be like, no.
Well, you see it within the shows.
Yeah.
So to where he's showing up less, or they show like a body double within a costume, that sort of thing.
And if I'm sitting there,
all the time.
Like a full-on suit.
if I'm Mickey or Doug or probably more realistically Jerry, and I see this kid I've started to become friends with in this situation, and they're like, "Oh, we want to replace him with the body double." I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm just gonna miss my friend and be sad. Fuck your money.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it was the right move because they kind of just replaced him, but it was like, you know what, maybe let's not do that. Let's just let this be.
So,
respect.
PK, before we have our last beer, I do have one question for you. How many boy bands can you name? I'm just gonna start doing tallies because I'll believe you.
You really want me to do this right
just
now?
try.
Ooh, I like this game
It's a
too.
little
Yes.
game. How many boy bands can you name?
Let's just do it between
Tough one.
or should we just do like categories?
Do whatever you want. Okay.
Are we all naming them or just me?
I don't know.
Yeah, just
The
go.
question was
Okay.
supposed to Paula.
But it was.
Okay.
One.
LFO.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were writing all these down.
No.
Westlife.
Okay.
Take 5. BSB. NSYNC. BTS. NCT 127. 98 Degrees. Boyzone. 2 p.m. 2 a.m. These are K-pop groups now.
That's fine. Just reach back.
Boys to Men, All for One, Nilly Vanilli, Primary Colors. Call Me Bad wasn't a boy band, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Color Me Bad kind of counts.
Kind of counts?
Yeah.
Kind of counts? Okay.
Still counts.
Dream Street. That had Jesse
More
McCartney in it.
R&B. Yeah. New Kids.
New Kids on the Block. There you go.
Yeah, the original.
Did you say LFO?
I don't know if I
I
said
think you
Alpha.
did. I think you did. That was the first one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, you got any one?
Big
one
Ups?
more.
Pickups? Is that what your boy said?
We'll call it.
Together and whoa?
Together.
Alright, we count all that just off the top of her head. He had no idea I was even asking that. 22. Damn.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Cheers to you, sir. Cheers to you. That was amazing.
The juxtaposition between 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. That just cracked me.
Yeah, dude, Asian music's fucking weird sometimes.
That's awesome.
Anyway, before we drink another drink, what was your favorite song?
Calculus easily.
Calculus?
Yeah.
Is it had a lot of hand gestures?
It was that. It went through so many different iterations between, like, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC
A
and...
little bit of hip hop,
Yeah, a
whoever
little
the
bit of
rap
hip-hop.
was.
Yeah.
And then it
Like-
combined all into one?
Yeah, and it went through so many different little transitions that it was like, all right, this is juice. And then it just kept going. It kept rolling, and I was like, I am here for that. And
Dude, Calculus is a fucking
Yeah.
anthem, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it starts out like
Yeah,
almost like
power
a
ballad.
Boys to Men song, like with the opening solo lines to it, and then it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
So I sit here and I talk all this shit about how good I am in music trivia. And there was one song that came on that I knew and I couldn't get because it was Guess the Song Without Lyrics. And it was End of the Road by Boyz II Men. And, I'm so sorry.
Was this Thursday?
No.
Oh.
I was watching like Beat Shazam or something like that, which I
Oh.
take very seriously.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
very good at it.
It's a true story. I see him.
And when I didn't get Boyz II Men, especially
You just cry.
End of the Road, which is probably my favorite Boyz II Men
Dude, it's a
song.
great song,
dude.
man.
It's a beautiful song. But I
God
I
bless
know.
yourself.
You're
And
confessing here
and
on
like-
air because you feel bad.
and afterwards, Jessica just looked at me like, "Get out."
Who the fuck are you?
like I know. Like, she knew how upset I was. She was like, "How did you not get that?" And I was like, "I'm sorry."
Gold.
Well, if you, from the original movie, I don't know if you stayed till the end, the one I watched at least, had showed that the live performances of Calculus, and the other song called Before We Say Goodbye. And there's a particular line in that song. Yeah, before we say goodbye, let's give it one more try. Girl, don't do another guy before we say goodbye. But Rub One Now is like, I think, my favorite song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause it's just so
That was
cheesy,
the-
silly.
It's
so
so in your face, dude.
Yeah.
It's like it had to be written by Louis C.K. Like that's how in
Standing in front of somebody. Yeah.
Well, and the way that they're in the
Talking
music
on the
video,
phone.
they're all like straddling the arms of the octopus.
dude.
It was very.
What?
During that time.
And that's like because none of these guys like some of them had a little bit of success afterwards, but as far as Whoa and really in together with Kevin Farley did a little bit. Mickey Park was in 1 or 2 episodes of every TV show ever.
Right.
But other than that, like the rest of them, even Jerry didn't do a whole lot. The guys from Whoa didn't really do anything. I am curious what their experience filming this was. Like, if it kind of afterwards why they did it. I'd love to find some where are they now, how was it?
Oh, I looked up Jerry at least because it was like he was the first one that popped up when I looked up Together,
Sure.
and he became like an Instagram model.
Really?
Yeah,
He's
because
beautiful.
He's fucking
He's a beautiful man.
Funny.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I think Tyler Levine, who we hadn't mentioned.
Oh yeah, dude, Tyler Bean's very successful. He was the
Has-
original one that kicked Bob Buss out.
Yeah,
He was-
Noel.
Yeah.
He was the new producer.
He's the dickhead in it.
Yeah.
I like Tyler Levine.
No, he's good actor, man. I think he's seen the most work after this.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. Oh yeah.
And if you saw him, you'd recognize him. I think, yeah, easily. I think the one movie I remembered him from was Enemy of the State, where he plays some kind of hacker against Will Smith.
I wish I could remember the name of the series, but it was a Hulu original, and they had like 3 or 4 seasons. But Tyler Labine was like a stoner loser medium in it, like ghost medium, to where he'd get stoned and try and figure out why people were being haunted and shit. It was like these 30-minute ones. It was really fucking good.
It wasn't bad.
Like it was one I watched when I was like living in Twin Falls or whatever. So all I did was drink beer and watch TV. But it was when I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll try this show. I wish I could remember the name of it, but
Little Evil?
no. I genuinely enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
Deadbeat.
Yep.
Deadbeat. There we go. Thank you. So, a little bit
Right.
off track.
That's
but-
cool.
All right, let's drink a beer and get out of here.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it's about that time.
Do some karaoke.
Yeah, fuck yeah. This is from Boneyard Beer. Fuck, I'm so glad we can get this shit in Boise now.
Thank you to Shoots.
Right. So this is the Skunk Ape IRA India Red Ale. It also says Libtech on it, and I don't know why. Oh my god, I'm not gonna... Alright,
Snowboard
if you're
company.
listening, Boneyard, whoever wrote this shit on the back of the can, it's like, it goes around in a square, in a frame, and then like, I'm not even trying to read that. Fuck
Because
you.
they're edgy.
Okay, so I'll read what we got on the tap list. Hopefully it's what they got, because yeah, I'm not reading that either. It says, this dank hop-forward India Red Ale will thrill any taste buds from the beginner slopes to the cornice.
Cornice.
Cornice. An original collaboration with Libtech Snowboards, hopped with Cascade, Simcoe, Centennial, Chinook, Galaxy, CTZ, Cryo Lotus, Euconaut Oil, and Citra Oil.
That makes sense. Okay, so snowboard, I don't.
Snowboard company.
I don't wear a sport. Although I guess it is the Winter Olympics right now.
Yep, make you feel so uncoordinated.
Jamaica came, right, for the bobsled?
I would hope.
That's
Did it
right. That's a real thing, man. That has pretty cool rhymes.
I think our show just skipped it.
Yeah, what do we do?
I'm just gonna let that sink in for
Had
a
to let that
second.
one sit. For a minute.
Record scratch.
Oh man.
It's good beer.
Yeah.
Malty AF.
I'm still mad at the can, but it is a good beer. It is a very good beer.
They got space to fill.
Did they? I mean, they could have left it.
And that, yeah,
It's
they
a
could have done something
beautiful,
else.
right? It's a beautiful snowy mountainside. Just let that shine.
No,
through.
I get what they did. It's actually like the top down of a mountain, and they're showing the runs and a specific run with the wording going down. I see.
And
what
that
they
might
did.
actually, the run might actually be called Skunk Ape.
Yeah.
Don't defend it.
I'm just saying that's what it looks like from where
It's
I'm
not
sitting.
how you write.
Okay.
Do not defend.
It was a graphical choice on there. That wasn't received well.
No, and that doesn't. Ultimately, how's the beer?
good
It
beer.
Label me
definitely
damned,
takes
right?
a
I'm
picture.
just talking shit at this point.
Uh,
No, this is a very good beer. It is malty. It's low effervescence, good ruby rich flavor. No, I can dig it. I'm about it. I like this beer. I like this type, you know. I love it. I really like a good... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Selma's excited.
You need me to cover for you?
I really like a good India Red Ale. And this is the exact reason as to why. 425. Great beer.
Super dope.
Nice. It is a quintessential India Red Ale, and it's that beer in general is too hoppy for me, but I can still recognize exactly what they're doing, and the red part of it I absolutely adore. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right.
Quattro indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4 malty. I love the India Red Ale quality. Tastes just golden to me. It's good beer.
I didn't really look at it when I took my first sip, so when I was like, is this a red? And I was like, oh, it is.
It's good red.
It is a red. And I enjoy it very much. I would give it a 3.75.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly
Mm-hmm.
maybe because I've got all the other beers. I don't know, my taste buds that just went down. So I can definitely taste the red out of it.
Some strong beers tonight, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't. These were big boy beers for sure.
This one was 6.2 if we didn't mention it.
I don't think we did.
Okay.
But yeah, all of our beers were 6% or above tonight. Yeah, cool. Well, I enjoyed it. That was a fun one tonight. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. If you're listening, tell us your favorite boy band.
Do we have a giveaway?
Oh, thank you. Thank
If
you.
you want to edit this, put it at the top. But, whatever. Do you, boo.
You got stuff to give away.
Well, I'll maybe if I remember when I'm editing it, I'll do something too. But we do have a giveaway. I'll put it on our Instagram page and Facebook, so make sure you're following us on social media. But there is a fun event happening with our friends at the Lounge at the End of the Universe coming up February 13th and 14th. It's like a comedy variety show, so there's music, stand-up, sketch comedy, burlesque stuff. It's pretty much a vaudevillian thing.
Be fun to take a date to.
Sure.
Valentine's Day weekend.
Absolutely. And we've got 6 tickets to give away, so we're going to do 3 sets of 2. So it'll be, again, probably an Instagram thing, so just follow us there. It's the Yum Yum Comedy Show or Variety Show or Yum Yum Variety Show.
Yeah.
I think is what it is. And I apologize, I should know more. I didn't write this down. I forgot. Appreciate the reminder, William. But, yeah. Cool. Just follow us on the social medias and you'll see it there.
Get tickets to a free show, really.
Get tickets to a free show. Have a good time.
You had to be in Idaho, Boise, Idaho, specifically for it, but
You don't have to be. You have to come to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
We'll provide tickets, not airfare and transportation.
Yeah.
We'll get you into the show. Yeah,
That's as much pull as we have. We don't know anybody at Southwest.
It looks like we have a lot of tickets to give away, so yeah, please hit us up.
We have 6 tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3 sets of 2.
Okay. I could be wrong. We might have more, but follow what Jerry said. We're not going to overpromise.
That's all I know so far. If there's more, who knows? Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. Rate and review the podcast if you can on iTunes or Spotify or wherever else allowed. As I like to say, tell a work friend. You tell 2 people, and they tell 2 people, and they tell 2 people. Eventually, 2 people will listen.
I started telling people in the beer aisle.
There you go.
I just
Don't
sit
say,
there.
you can't say it's your podcast.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I just hey, I listen to this funny beer show. It's hilarious if you listen to the podcast. And they're like, now listen to the podcast. It's usually what I get, but or they're worried I'm listening to one of those podcasts.
One of those podcasts.
So,
Gotcha.
anyways, maybe that's your thing.
Yeah, but we always thank you guys for spending time with us, taking time out of your day and spending it with Synopsis. I guess until next time, be good to each other, drink good beer. I'm Jared.
Stay curious. I'm William.
I'm Vic.
I'm losing my hair and my vision is shady. Last night I dreamt of an overweight lady, but I need a young thing to keep up with my pace, to hold me in her arms and take me straight to second base. I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us. Calculus. I'm Bob. And 2gether.
Ooh, baby.
Gotta pee.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I don't give a crap about a robbery. That's not the right way, but
There was some line in there about